On the previous episode of the abandoned Evo 10, we restored every single trim piece we could get our hands on. Today, our job is to make this exhaust flow and sound better than it currently does. This is the way the exhaust currently sounds. Let's start by, of course, racing the car. Our job today is to make this car sound way better, and we are going to do that by just installing what's inside this box. Here it is, our AMS test pipe for the Evo 10. This is actually a work of art. It's actually really nice. The welds are very nice. Inside of it, you guys can see here, welds are pretty good. Not bad at all. Comes with everything that you need, both gaskets and the bolts, which is a plus. Now our job is to remove this rusty catalytic converter that we have here. Okay, so a catalytic converter converts harmful exhaust emissions from a car's engine into less harmful gases. This is how it kind of works. The dirty air from an engine passes through a honeycomb covered with tiny little pores. These structures are coated with either platinum, rhodium, or palladium, causing a reaction and leaving less harmful gases into our atmosphere. The problem lies in the flow of the exhaust. These tiny little pores restrict exhaust flow, and as you can imagine, better exhaust flow means better power. Hopefully this all makes sense. Now to uninstall this is pretty straightforward. There's the 2 bolts over there and the 2 bolts on this side. What always gets me super scared, and I hope I don't have a rough time, is this O2 sensor. If it's rusty, corroded, and stuck in there, it's always a pain. There's a specific tool that hugs, like the brake bleeder valves and all of that, hugs, it's like a wrench, hugs basically the nut so it doesn't strip out. I don't have it, so I'm gonna try this with a pipe wrench. Not recommended, but let's see. Hopefully it does come out. Let's start by removing this O2 sensor. Coming out. Thank you, God. This is huge. Now that it is removed, we're gonna go ahead and clean the surface, because as you can see, this is a gasket surface, and over there as well is a mating surface. We wanna make sure it's all clean So when we put the new gasket, there's no exhaust leaks or anything like that. I'm gonna use a scraper, a little bit of brake cleaner, and it should be good to go. Now that we have this piece uninstalled from the car, I wanted to show you guys a quick comparison of both. As you can see, same length, same everything. This piece does come with 2 O2 bung spots. We are only going to use, so if we put it like this, we're only going to use this rear one. So this first one here, we could actually plug with this. I'm gonna use a little bit of high temp thread sealant for this one. And then it's a matter of reverse process. Same thing, we're gonna install it with these 2 new gaskets and brand new hardware. Let's go ahead and install it. And then after, turn on the car. And just like that, we have installed the test pipe, which looks really, really nice compared to a lot of these stainless steel parts that are rusty. I low-key want to remove all of this exhaust, sand it down, and repaint it so it looks super clean, but I just don't have the time right now. But now comes the best part, which is starting up the car and hearing how it sounds. It might not sound that much different. It already has an AMS downpipe, 4 inches, like the wide elbow, whatever you guys call it for Evo 10's wide elbow. And then it has this exhaust behind it. The only thing that was OEM was a catalytic converter, so I'm not sure how much of a difference it might make, but it might sound a little bit louder. Let's go ahead and start the car, which is the best part out of installing an exhaust or any part on the exhaust. I just installed the test pipe. Let's see how it sounds. I have my sister on the driver's seat. She's gonna turn on the car and I wanna see my reaction. I don't know if you guys prefer seeing that shot or my shot. Either way, the audio records everything. So Kimberly, go ahead and turn on the car. Let's hear the car. It still sounds very similar. A little bit louder maybe. Go ahead and rev it a little bit. So it definitely still sounds quiet. I would say still too quiet. It does give it a little bit of like a route to it, but this is a total fail. Honestly, it doesn't sound the way I wanted it to. Go ahead and rev it up a little bit again. Yeah, I definitely then need to switch the exhaust because I do want it a little bit louder. What a fail of me thinking that it was gonna make it louder, but we definitely just need a new exhaust. But it still sounds kind of good. It just sounds a little bit quiet. Yeah, it just gave it that kind of like growl to it a little bit. Like, I don't know if you guys can hear this over the camera, but that wasn't there before. It was super quiet, but it's still quiet. So it has to be this massive resonator that it has in the middle. It has a massive resonator there in the middle, and then obviously it has all of this. So is it time for a Tomei, boys? Single exit Tomei, I think, will make this extremely, extremely louder. Let me know what you guys think. Anyways, I'm gonna go for a drive just to see how it sounds while I'm driving. Alrighty, so let's take the car for a drive and see how it sounds when we're driving. Gosh, I still can't believe this car is out and ready for the road. Bye, beautiful. Anyways, let's see how it sounds. So we have made it out the neighborhood, and this is the way the exhaust sounds. It sounds, I don't know how to explain it. It doesn't sound much louder, to be honest. It just gives it this rubble that's like, you can hear the turbo spool, and it does feel smoother, I guess you could say. I still have to tune this car, but overall, look at the downshifts. Hopefully you guys can hear that. I'll do it again now when we come to this stop sign. But this is the way it sounds overall. And then downshifts. Hopefully the camera could pick this up. Obviously you guys are all the way inside the interior with a GoPro, not even a professional audio, not even a professional microphone. But my opinions is way quieter than I thought it would be. I thought it was gonna be a lot louder. I thought that catalytic converter was really making this exhaust be quiet. But obviously the reason why this exhaust is kind of quiet and deep is because of the actual exhaust, the back part of it. So now the question lies on whether I want to get a Tome, which is the exhaust of choice that I would go for, or leave it the way it is, since this is the ultimate daily. Doesn't it make sense to have kind of like a quieter, more mature exhaust, I guess you could say, for a daily? I'm not sure. Honestly, it's more of your opinion. So please help me out and let me know down in the comments. Should I get a Tome for the car, or should I leave this exhaust since it is the ultimate daily and it's a car that's meant for the street? It's kind of quiet, deep. I kind of like it, but it is kind of quiet for my liking. It just makes sense to me driving the car when it didn't even run before, which is just crazy. It's so smooth. It handles super great. The car drives amazing. There's nothing on the dash. This, what I have is a TPMS service required. I have to do something to remove the TPMS sensors. But overall, motor's healthy, 30,000 miles, new SST transmission, T-case, and this is freaking cool. For those of you guys that own an Evo and own a manual Evo, you have to experience this one of these days. If you guys ever see me at a car meet or whatever, and I know you guys want to drive it, yo, just let me know, because this is super cool. I'll never get over it. It feels like you have a sequential transmission, and you can have automatic and manual at the same time. Like, imagine we're at a track and obviously we're driving. The fact that I can switch gears here on the paddle, have full control of the car. This car, honestly, honest review and opinion, is an amazing car. A lot of people shit on it because it's an automatic. Is it really? This transmission is super dope. I think it just doesn't hold the power that obviously a lot of the people with the GSRs make. You know, like they're making 800, 1000 horsepower, but a lot of tuners are cracking these transmissions now. I'm gonna end it there. For the next couple of videos, you guys are gonna be super excited because we are going to start on the Red Evo 8 build, which is amazing. And when I mean by Red Evo 8 build, I mean the engine build. So hopefully a lot of you guys are excited for that. I think a lot of you guys really love that Red Evo 8 just as much as I do. That is my baby. That is my favorite car of all time. So I am very much looking forward to that. Like always, keep grinding and stay safe. Take care. I'll see you guys on the next one.